Namaskar, RVD here. A very warm welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm sure you all are doing well. We are in our playlist Programming in C Sharp, and this is video number 14, where we are going to start with the programs on conditional control structure. So I'm not targeting on very small simple programs. So directly we're going with the type of triangle question. So let's start with the video. We'll see what is the question. We'll have some basic discussion about the concept, and then we'll head towards the program. So it says that we have to write a program to accept three sides and check whether a triangle is constructed or not. That means, is it the constructibility condition holds true? That's what we'll discuss. If yes, so that means if the triangle is constructible, then find the type of triangle out of equilateral, isosceles, and scalene. Okay, so let's first understand what is the triangle constructibility, and then we'll move on to program. So suppose I assume that the three sides are given as A, B, C. Okay, so the math says, or the geometry says, that the triangle is constructible with these three sides if the sum of any two sides is greater than the third. Let me repeat. Sum of any two sides, if you take, it should be greater than the third, not even equal. If it is equal, then it forms a segment. So it has to be greater. So I'll be making an if condition where I would have A plus B greater than C. Again, I could say B plus C should be greater than A, and C plus A should be greater than B. You can see three conditions, and I want all of them to be true, so it has to be combined with AND. So if this is true, here I'll say the triangle is constructible, and then we are going to find the type, and in else I'm going to simply say it's not constructible, right? So now the further part we require to do is here. Now we have ABC. So if A equal to B and we say B equal to C, then it is equilateral. Okay, in else, obviously this is the if part. In else I can check for any two. Okay, A equal to B, B equal to C, or it could be C equal to A. Any two are equal, then it is isosceles. And even if it is not matching with this, okay, then I'll simply say it is scalene. Don't worry, we'll be doing program for this, but I had already covered all the basics. So this is a triangle constructibility. If the triangle is constructible, I'm going to do this, checking of the type, and then the type would be specified. If it is not, I'll straight away say it is not constructible. Okay, so I hope you've got a clear idea about the concept. Let's head towards the program. Okay, so I've already had done all the initial arrangements, and we already had seen the basics. So even that part I have already completed. So I asked for three sides, which is being taken as ABC. You can see this much highlighted part. Then this is the skeleton of what we've already discussed. So if A plus B greater than C and B plus C greater than A and C plus A greater than B, if this is true, then this is the if part, in which I'm already displaying that a triangle is constructible, and I'm going to put the code of checking the type. Okay, and this is the else part, which is when the triangle constructibility is not possible, that is, it is false. So I would say triangle is not constructible in else part. That's it. Okay, now the main focus is within if. So here I'm going to do the checking of the type, because the triangle is constructible. So as we had seen that if A is equal to B and B is equal to C, this is logical AND. Now I don't have to compare the third one, because if A is matching with B and B is matching with C, A obviously would match with C. So in that case I would say console.writeLine, in that the triangle is equilateral. I'm just using a simple equilateral as a message. But the proper message would have been the triangle is equilateral. Now else is very important. Else means I'm dead sure that all three are not equal. Then only I'll be checking if any two are equal. If A is equal to B, or B is equal to C, or here I need all three, because it could be any combination that could be equal for isosceles. So in this case I would say console.writeLine, and the message would be isosceles. Okay, now here comes the else part again of the if that we have written already. Now see, where are we? All three sides are not equal. Then we've gone to the else part. Then we check if any pair of sides are equal. Even that is not true. So I guess you've got it, that it's enough to simply print that the triangle is scalene, because that indicates none of the sides are equal. All three sides are different. Okay, that's the else part, and then it completes the big if, which is for the success that a triangle is constructible. And if it is not, it comes out of the big if, or rather it doesn't go into that if, it directly goes to else and says triangle is not constructible. Okay, so again you are very much there. If you want to revise, you can pause, or you can go back and check again and all these things. We are going to now execute this particular program. Fine, so let's execute. Okay, so we got a message, enter three sides. Let me go for first, let's say equilateral. Okay, or let us say go for triangle is not constructible. So 1, 2, 3. Ideally the triangle obviously shouldn't be constructible here. Yes, triangle is not constructible. So one case is done. Thirdly, then we'll go for one more execution. So let us go for random 3, 4, 5. Yeah, triangle is constructible, and you can see 3, 4, 5, so it is scalene. Okay, let's go for one more. I guess by now you might have got that the program is working fine, but let us do the check. So 8, 8, 8. Yes, triangle is constructible and it is equilateral. We're left with the last case, that is isosceles. So 7, 9, 9, sorry, 9, and it should say the triangle is isosceles. Okay, so we've covered everything. You can see we've got a wonderful example where we've used if heavily. So we've got a bigger if, within that we've got other type checking. So we've got small if else or ladder if else, if you can see. So we've got a if else, and within if we've got a ladder. So it's a wonderful mixture of the concept that we have learned already. Okay, so we'll go with some more examples which would give you the idea about the conditional control structures before we jump to the next type. Yeah, so this was the part where we've already had done the basics of the background clearly, so that we could do a wonderful program. So that's it for the current video. Thank you, and I wish you a very happy learning.